This term we've been thinking about how we can start to give away things to help others and ultimately to build God's kingdom. We've seen how this should be underpinned by Jesus' command to love God and to love our neighbours ourselves. And this can be through monetary giving, through advocacy, or through using other talents which we may have. But we need to take a step back and focus on where the things that we have to give away actually come from, so that our motivations for giving are in the right place. Take a look at the story of Samuel. Hannah was a woman who was faithful to God, yet she couldn't have children. For this she was ridiculed, and in her sorrow she cried out to God. And God heard her prayer. He responded and he gave her a son whom she named Samuel. He was the son that she desperately wanted, yet she acknowledged that he was from God. She could have just stopped at offering the 3-year-old bull, the ephah of flour or the skin of wine, but Hannah didn't. She offered God her own flesh and blood. Hannah gave sacrificially in response to God's blessing. In 1 Samuel 1, 26-28, she says, "As surely as you live, my Lord, I am the woman who stood here beside you praying to the Lord. I prayed for this child, and the Lord has granted me what I asked of him. So now I give him to the Lord. For his whole life he shall be given over to the Lord." What we forget sometimes is that it's not just what we knowingly pray for that God has given us, but that everything in life is a gift from God. We are blessed every single day by his constant provision. Yet sometimes we can take this for granted. We can think that we've worked so hard to reach the position that we're in, but ultimately it's only God that can get us there. And our response to this should be one of humbling, and in realising how blessed we are, and in responding. Jesus said in the parable of the sheep and the goats, "Whatever you do for the least of my brothers and sisters, you do for me." Therefore we can give back to God by giving sacrificially to those around us. So as we approach Christmas, traditionally a season of giving and receiving, let's really examine our hearts and thank God for what he has given us, undeservedly. Thank him for his constant provision, and let our giving be a response to this.